locally be saved, and you can run them any number of times whenever you want. Uh, Thank you once again, Chirag. Let's move on to Raj. Raj, let me hear out from you.
Yeah, hi, Amit. This is Raj here. I've
Uh-huh.
been doing medical transcription for the past 12 years,
Uh-huh.
and I'm very much new to software and everything.
Okay. So
And
what I
yeah,
understand from you, Raj, you're more of a functional guy, right? You've
yes, yeah.
Have you ever had any exposure to doing any kind of development in any of the programming languages in your recent past?
No, Amit, no.
Okay, no problem. So,
Yeah,
guys, for anyone who's totally functional, do not hesitate on letting that out. Why? Because, that should not be considered as a taboo or as a
okay,
hindrance. Salesforce is all about, there's no rocket science about Salesforce. If you know plain
okay,
English, you can do wonders here, believe me. And when it comes to the development, I would lay down the foundation. I would have the platform be laid down in such a manner that it becomes easy on picking wherever there are development concepts coming through. So having
okay.
said that, that should not put you very complacent that there's no
Yeah,
hard work required. Having said that, that simply means that there'll be a lot of hard work required. If I'm putting in 100% with you guys, you need to put in 300%. And I will
okay,
mentor you. I will guide you the right way. What is the path to have all be accomplished, all be concluded in the rightest manner, and but the hard work has to come from you. All right.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, great, Raj. Welcome on board. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah,
Chirag, one quick thing I did not hear from you, and in fact, Raj, you as well. The
yeah.
kind of projects or the domain verticals that you guys have been you've been doing, and also one more important thing, Chirag, have you been working in the development areas anywhere in any of the programming languages in your recent past?
A little bit of C in Load Runner and C Sharp before back in the days with QTP and VB scripting.
Okay, okay, fantastic, fantastic. And what kind of projects have you been dealing in?
What kind of projects? It's well, again, primarily I was at the bank, so we had payments applications, uh, front end on Java, back end on mainframe.
Okay,
So primarily those.
all right, fantastic. That's a good one. And how about you, Raj?
Yeah, this is totally medical transcription background, so I haven't dealt with any software or programming or anything of such.
All right. Oh, it's all about being medical transcriptions. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes, right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what is the years of experience you have, Raj?
You have more than 12 years of experience in this. I'm actually
Wow.
bored of this and I'm trying to change my track of work.
I
So
mean,
I heard
you
say,
definitely,
yeah,
you definitely gonna hit the roadblocks. I mean, 12 years of medical transcription. Come on, you gotta come out of it now.
yes, really, really, Amit. So I'm just trying
Really.
to change the track of work and um, I heard Salesforce is good and not only that, my friend from US asked me to do this.
Raj, where are you currently based out of?
I'm in Bangalore,
You're in Bangalore.
Bangalore
Fantastic.
itself.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
Raj, let me tell you, and this is for all of you guys, FYI, Salesforce with the US, with the lowest TCO and the highest user adoptability rate has acquired almost 39% of the market share when it comes to in the CRM world. I mean, with the
Okay,
big competitors like Microsoft, IBM, SAP, Oracle,
okay.
you would not have even heard about Salesforce maybe 7 or 8 years back for what
Yes,
it is
yes, yeah,
now. I mean,
yeah.
they have really drastically, coefficiently, they've just gone haywire when it comes to acquiring the market share. And with the
Okay,
kind of development, with the kind of improvements, the progress that they are showing up, they are definitely here to stay for another decade. I'm pretty sure they're not going
okay.
anywhere. And
Mhm.
I mean, we'll talk about the we'll try to talk about the Salesforce and comparing it with other vendors in the pursuit of
Mhm.
our training, and I'll probably showcase to you what are the pitfalls, what are the advantages, the pluses and the minuses. When you try to have a POV point of view be developed while you're comparing Salesforce with any other vendor products. All right, thank you. So, Sunny, last but not the least, let me hear out from you, Sunny.
Hello everyone, I'm Sunit. I have done my master's
Suneet,
in
you got to be a little
information.
louder. Sorry, you got to be a little louder, Suneet.
Okay, is this audible?
Yes, this is audible. Absolutely. Please go ahead.
Hello everyone, I am Sunit. I have done my master's in information systems and
Fantastic.
I have done my undergraduate in computer science. So I'm pretty much familiar with development kind of stuff. I have
Okay.
done projects in development, like I've created few websites during my master's time. And
Fantastic.
I have done a research on a project and my paper is published in New York.
Wow.
And pretty much I'm working on the second paper now. And in the meanwhile, during my master's, I just came across Salesforce through one of my professors.
Yeah.
And that just pulled me out and made me curious to know what is the Salesforce. I just need to know more about it. And I just went through and then I was like, I need to just learn more about it.
Great, great, great. That's really fantastic to have you here, Saneet. So now what we have is a mixed bag of the audience. We've got both functional QA and the technical.
It's 7
Wow,
o'clock.
it's going to be one of a party, I tell you. So, Saneet, welcome on board. It's really a pleasure to meet you. So, Saneet, where are you based out of right now? Are you in US?
Yes, I'm in US, Philadelphia.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. Great. So, guys, would any one of you have any questions for me before we get going?
Nothing as such. I had actually a doubt, I mean, a hitch in the back of my mind, like being a fresher, uh, how it would work for me.
Okay. So, guys, for our first couple of days, I would definitely want you to pull up your name first and then ask the question because it, I
Yes, yes.
don't.
This is Raj. Yeah, yeah.
Who's that?
Raj.
Raj. Okay.
Yes.
So, guys,
Yes.
whether it is a
I think
functional guy.
I'm only the one with no background as such, like into
Okay.
software.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll give you the heads up here. See, many people they come with this apprehension that I do not have any programming background, so what do I need to do? And am I the right participant? Am I the right candidate for this very technology or not? To be honest
Yes.
enough, people have come to me 60 to 65% of the times people who come to me they do not have any background. I know the trick of the trade. I know how to convert those functional guys into techno functions, to be very honest. I've done it in the past and I would do it again with you as well. So I would lay
Okay.
down the foundation from the very scratch. And as I said, there is
Okay.
no rocket science about being in Salesforce. If you understand, if you write plain English and make sense of it, I think you can do wonders here.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah.
Guys, just hold on. I mean, by any chance, did you guys have any problem while you were while you tried to log in? Because one of the consultants is pinging me. He tells me that he's having some issue. Let me just ping him back, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Swaroop, Swaroop, I don't tend to take the phone calls in interim, but make sure that the link which I've sent you is where you need to log in. So please make sure that the consultant logs in. We are about to get started. Thank you. All right. So guys, couple of rules where the first one is what I have definitely violated. I would not want this to happen since this is the first session, the first class. Got to set up the logistics. There's somebody who's trying to log in and he's not able to log in. I'm not sure why.
Okay.
It's pretty simple. Okay, please do raise your concerns, your questions wherever you do not follow anything. That's very, very important. Guys, this is going to be the first touch point, and I'm not going to be I'm not going to be delving too much into the setting up of the environment and whatnot, but I would be, talking at a very high level. What are the core competencies or the concepts that we would be pulling up on the CRM front and on the cloud computing? I mean, it is very important that before we get into any kind of a training, it is always good to have the foundation be laid down. The foundation is a must, and a good foundation definitely would yield results, going forward. I will be giving you a couple of, documents to read through to have the foundation be laid down for some technical jargons, which I'm going to be calling in the shorts for, where it is very important for you to understand every technical word that I start using, because you've got to use the same technical words, these technical words, where, it would be like making sense to you and to your clients. When you talk to your clients who would be interested in the Salesforce as a technology for their implementation, you should start using the terminologies, that the abbreviations, whatnot, what is very commonly used in the world of Salesforce. So, guys, I
Okay.
think I have viewer 4 and viewer 5 joined up. So, can you please identify yourself? Who's viewer 4 and viewer 5?
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Who's this? Oops, I lost him or what? Viewer 5 and viewer 4. Guys, could you please identify yourself? Viewer 4 and viewer 5. Hello, who's joined up?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Ganesh.
Yeah, hi Ganesh. Have you joined via Swaroop?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Ganesh, I would want you to just click on your viewer. I'm not sure whether it is your viewer 4 or viewer 5. Just go and click on the very first name that lists up in the participants listing and change your name. Don't right click on it, just click on it and change the name so that I can make out whether you're viewer 4 or viewer 5.
Okay, one moment.
Sure. So guys, apologies to the others. I have just moved back 2 screens. I'm just going to have this introduction be concluded for viewer 4 and viewer 5. Let's have everybody be on the rock and roll.
I'm changing
Uh,
my name.
yeah, please do so. Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
you.
can you see my?
Right, I can see that you changed your name from viewer 5 to from viewer 5 to Ganesh. So,
Yes.
who's viewer 4? Viewer 4 has viewer 4 already logged in? Can you hear me, viewer 4? Wow, it looks for calling the person by viewer 4. Let me just ping him. Uh, could you please identify yourself, viewer 4?
This is Ganesh. I think you have my name, right?
Yeah, I have you. So guys, I want all of you to, please share your email address and your phone number in the chat window in the join.me. Can you please quickly do that so that, I can keep it archived? I don't lose track of it. In case, I don't have it with me, I'm not going to go back to my records to check whether I have it or not, because I sent out the invite to many people. All right, fantastic, fantastic. So Ganesh, you gotta also give me your email address and your mobile number.
It's there already.
Fantastic. How about you, Raj?
Yeah.
And Saneet, I already have. I remember I have it exclusively for Saneet. Okay, fantastic. So Ganesh, just to make up quickly for the time, we were already started out with the introduction. So could you please introduce yourself, letting us know what is your background, what's your level of experience in the industry, and last but not the least, what brings you here?
Okay. I've been working in different platforms for last 15 years, and I work as an IT manager
Uh-huh.
for an electronic industry.
Uh-huh.
And we are developing a project in Salesforce. Like that was a reason that made me come into the Salesforce development, administration, and development as
Okay, great. Is this the first time that you're having a face-off with Salesforce, that you're going through this training, or you already started off with the Salesforce implementation?
well. No. We are just trying to work with the Salesforce like for the last few days. and I just still need to complete my course, and I need to start implementing the new project.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Welcome on board, Ganesh. My name is Amit Dhawan. I'm going to be your Salesforce trainer, mentor, consulting partner, whatever you may call me. And if there's anything and everything that is within the realms of Salesforce that I could help you out with, I'm the man. I'm going to be a one touch point. I can help you with. I'll try to help you with whatever expertise, minimum expertise that I have on hand, and that's where how I bring in myself into picture. I come with with a industry experience of 14 plus years. It's been my running ninth year in Salesforce, and I've taken up a couple of certifications from Salesforce as well. So a couple of things. We have a batch. We have a group of people around here. We've got Raj, Saneet, and sorry, I forgot. We've got Chirag. Sorry, I'm so sorry about it. We've got Raj, we've got Chirag, and we've got Ganesh, and Saneet. So guys, couple of initial days, the hiccup, with regards to the names and the who's speaking out. Would appreciate if you could just pick up your name and then start talking. So let me get started with the concepts and letting the agenda be rolled out as to what's going to be the things that I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to keep it pretty simple. Just going to make sure that the bandwidth or probably the frequency in which I talk starts making sense to you and you're able to absorb it. You're totally good with it. Whenever you have any questions, please do give me a shout to let me know, what are your concerns, and I'll probably work it out. I'm going to be talking about at a high level about the CRM concepts, and I'm also going to be touch basing on what is this cloud computing all about. So guys, one of the slides in the deck also has this where, it tells me this was one of the questions, asked by Raj that I'm a functional guy. I mean, am I the right person? Am I the right candidate to be here? Well, this training is designed, as I said, is instrumented in such a way that it's going to help you write not only the ADM 2.1, but also gear up for Dev 4.01. And needless to say, if you are willing to, go in for a Dev 5.1, I'll definitely help you build the platform and lay it down for you so that you can take off or you can, have yourself be launched from there. So for anyone who is functionally aligned, who's technically aligned, the next role that you could definitely pick on in Salesforce would be for a functional guy. It could be a TA where you can be a person, or a techno-functional role where you can be a person who would be the client facing and would be responsible for not only absorbing the requirements from the business users, but having them be boiled down into high-level design docs. And if the need be, if you're tech savvy, you can also go into the act of building the POCs, checking on the feasibility as to what the solution is possible or not, and offering a solution where it could all be as a one-stop solution within Salesforce. It could also mean having an integration be established with the third-party systems that are offered as services on the marketplace, which is none other than App Exchange, or it could be even the non-App Exchange products. So I'm going to talk more about it as we go along. It will start making more sense to you. For the technical guys, well, it's going to be any direction. You could either be a tech arc, you could be a solution architect, and you you can take it to any level. You're the person who will be architecting the solution end to end. So to be honest enough, the developers are the backbone. In true sense, they are the backbone whenever you have any Salesforce implementation to be conducted. But if a Salesforce implementation is all about declaratively going ahead and implementing the solution in the realms of sales or be it the service, that is something even a functional guy can do. But even then, in that situation, I've seen 80 to 85% of the times you would need some customization that needs to go hand in hand with the functional implementation. That is where the tech information or the development of the programmatic interfaces that we will learn through building the classes, writing triggers, building visual force pages will really come in pretty handy for each one of you. So this is repetitive. Any prerequisites? Well, yes. If you have done any programming in your recent past, that will really come in pretty handy. If you've done writing PLSQL statements, that would come in pretty handy, writing the SOQL or the SOSL statements, which are the Salesforce Object Query Language and the Salesforce Object Search Language, which you could go about building up and running through the queries, having the results we return after firing these queries against your database objects. But if not, that doesn't really, refrain or probably doesn't, keep you out of Salesforce. As I said, I'm going to be laying down the foundation from the very basics to moving into the intermediate and then, taking you into the advanced things step by step. sequentially, where I've done it in the recent past. I know the trick of the trade. I'm going to have you help you with this, help you gear up with this. And anywhere you feel alienated, anywhere you think that things are not melting down as you expected, do give me a shout. Let me know. I could even schedule extra remedial sessions. I could do extra sessions for you to make sure that everyone is on the same page. It's very important for my success to come into play that you people succeed. It's going to be both hand in hand. All right. Let's bring up some real core concepts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a very basic understanding of what is this very CRM. Let me not even start off with the Salesforce today. I'm going to talk about CRM. So guys, I want this to be a little collaborative, and I want everyone to come up with their ideas, their thoughts, their suggestions. So any thoughts? What would a CRM mean to you? I know it's written there, customer relationship management. That's what the acronym means. But more than that. Anyone?
Yeah, this Raj here.
Yes,
It's a strategy or an approach that companies use to manage customer relations, customer interactions.
Very good. That's a very good definition. It's a definition at a very high level. Let's deep dive into these very aspects. You said strategy, a way out, how you would have the customer relationships we manage. Fantastically said. But let's step into each one of these terms. What do we actually mean by that? Could you explain it?
Okay.
Maybe brief or deep dive into it.
Maybe how to, get a customer, to find a customer and how to deal with them and how to retain them for a long time.
Fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Would anyone else have a different way or different, maybe a tangent to this definition? Something more than that? That's a fantastic explanation. Thank you.
Hi, Chirag here.
Yes, Chirag.
So I would think it's more of managing any business processes for the customers itself, managing their profiles and so on.
All right. So managing the customers, so-called the customers or maybe the clients of yours, by the business processes that you would have laid down within your org, within your company. Good. That's a good one. All right. All right. Thank you. That's pretty much it. What a CRM would all revolve around. Let me bring up a very theoretical definition, and we will try to decipher every aspect of it and try to understand what are we looking into. So we are calling it as a process or a methodology where we get to see the 360-degree overview of a customer. I mean, we are trying to, we're trying to retain every bit of information that we could for a customer to establish a better relationship with them. Why? For many reasons. Well, but let's understand first up that why are we calling it as a process or a methodology? So guys, Salesforce as a product is not the first CRM product in the industry. There have been many products where they have been doing numbers and they've been following the very process or the lineage of steps which Salesforce as a product has inherited. Now, when you have a certain product to be sold out or a service to be sold out into a market, you would always strategize about it. You would always plan the market for it. What would be the customer base? What will be the market segment and whatnot? The pricing model, the geo, where it should get launched and whatnot. All of this is strategically or technically is called as campaigning. From a campaign, you would start yielding the leads, which are your potential prospects within the market that would show interest or would get into some kind of a business in purchasing certain product or services that you're there to launch into the market. Well, these leads need to be qualified as hot, warm, or cold by your sales and marketing team based on different permutation combinations, where then they need to get converted into, as part of a process, need to get converted into respective accounts, contacts, and or opportunities. Well, I'm talking about the campaigns, leads, accounts, contacts, opportunity. These are the very core standard objects implementation that come out of the box within the realms of Salesforce sales cycle. I'm going to be deep diving into each one of these implementations to give you a better picture of what it actually means. But just this is the first touch point. I'm going to keep it pretty simple for you all to understand it at a high level. So once you have the accounts, contacts, and opportunities rolled out from the leads would go away from the system. You know, the accounts is the basic company that you're trying to deal in with. It could either be offered as on a B2B or on a B2C model. Salesforce offers you both the aspects of it. And contacts are your individual people or your point of contacts from the company where you can, start engaging them for certain kind of business. Your opportunities are your actual opportunities to leverage on the kind of products or services that you would make them as an opportunity line items as a child to the opportunities that could be offered at different pricing model. Now you have a concept of what we call as a price book that allows you to have a product be sold out to different customers at different pricing models. And this offers you the complete CPQ, which is a configure price quote model, and the CLM, the contract lifecycle management model that comes to you either out of the box that you can use as is, or you can custom build it, or you could even go and make a purchase of third-party softwares or products that are or applications which are available from the App Exchange. Now let's come back to the very process or methodology what I've been talking about. So this is the very lineage of the processes that I'm going to be using within the realms of Salesforce. Is the reason I'm calling it as a process. Now, as I said, we want to have a 360-degree overview of the customers' interests, their purchasing power, their buying capacity, and whatnot, to build a strong relationship with them. Now, this will help us bring in lots of pieces of information on the customers together, identifying the customer base, identifying the market segment, identifying what are the very respective geos that are most appropriate for launching a certain product. Obviously, you would not go about selling out woolen products in a place like Rajasthan. Obviously not. You would not. So this not only helps you while you're trying to bring in the very core Salesforce as a product where you'll be functionally relating all the aspects of the core competencies which will be offered to you out of the box with the technical implementation. It would help you make life much easier to close on a deal, to have a sale be concluded, to have an opportunity be concluded faster and be managed in a more appropriate and a productive and a fruitful manner. So this in a nutshell would help you streamline all your sales and marketing processes. We're going to be deep diving into the very core aspects of this, what I get to show you as a process flow. As a process flow that you would start from the campaign, move into the leads, then account contacts and opportunities, and have the sale be concluded, after which you would have the post-sale cycle come through, which is more on the lines of the Service Cloud implementation. That is where you would have the cases, the ticketing management system, you could have the solutions implementation, the knowledge base, you could have the ideas, you could have a complete end-to-end, all of these basic building blocks come in and build a customer portal implementation to be concluded. Now, the customer portal implementation today is being recoined and is called as communities, that comes with the addendum of chatter implementation to work with. Well, all of this would be encompassed, and we will look into all of these aspects while we are in the Service Cloud. After which we will deep dive into the very reporting, the analytics part, to look into the reports and dashboards, what is available to us out of the box and what we can go about building up as a custom report types. It's pretty interesting. We will also look into the very business logic of building the validation rules, the approvals, the workflows, and then move into the core development area to get started with building the Visualforce pages. That's one of the technologies to build the GUI, or what we could simply know as a web page, using the different VF tag components that could come through. Writing the classes, which are the code behind classes, with the more business logic to be implemented at the program, at the code level programmatically, looking into the triggers implementation and whatnot. We would go through the web services integration live project end to end, making sure that we understand every nitty-gritty of it. So that was with regards to the concepts on CRM to give you a broader perspective. Now let's also understand the CRM that we are talking about as a product to be brought in, which is Salesforce, is an on-cloud solution as compared to or versus on-premise solution. So what is this very cloud computing that everybody is talking about, and it's become a buzzword these days? Would anyone have an idea as to what is this cloud computing all about?
I think it's hosting the application in cloud instead of actual physical servers.
You would still have the physical servers where it would be hosted, but you would not get to know where these servers are, but you would be provided them, but you would be provided their services as a service, which is called IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Is that what you mean?
Somewhat, yes.
So virtually you would be knowing which is the server that you're pointing to, and you would know that there's a hardware that is sitting at the back of it, and where you would be hosting and publishing everything, but you would not actually be knowing the exact physical location of it. That's the meaning of it. Good. So other than that, is it only the infrastructure, or would you have something more than that?
Not sure.
All right, that's fine. So, guys, when we talk about cloud computing, there are three major tenets to it: SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. When we say IaaS, which is what I just started talking about, is the infrastructure as a service. Now, let me share this with you as well. Now, whenever it comes to setting up the hardware, whether it is the data center comprising of what configured servers would sit in, what should be the software that would be required to sit on those servers to allow for the connectivity, seamless connectivity. There should be upgrade time, the connectivity, their load balancing, their security aspect, their software upgrades, updates, any patches applied, and whatnot. Anything related to infrastructure is all being managed by a company called Salesforce, and is offered to you as a service, which is where you pay a price in the phase of buying a certain license, and the cost is all factored in. So that is where you don't have to worry about setting up any hardware, any infrastructure anywhere. No networking, nothing required. It all gets taken care of by the company. Second,
Okay.
PaaS, which is platform as a service. Now, for any programming language that you could use inherently would require a platform for it, or an engine for it to be well understood and be rendered accordingly. Similar is with Salesforce. Salesforce owns a box called force.com that allows you with any custom built implementation that you would use, writing the very or using the very proprietary language called Apex and using the Visual Force pages that would have all these custom built solutioning be rendered on this very platform that is proprietary to Salesforce. Now this also is being offered to you as a service. When you go and make a purchase for a certain license org instance, the very pass gets factored in. It comes in as a part of it. Last but not the least, we all have gone through this pain, which is installing the softwares, applying the upgrades, updates, patches, and whatnot, and at the end of it, breaking it, which we all also know in the world of Microsoft, we call it as a DLL hell. And this comes to you as a software as a service. Now, while you have purchased a certain org instance, it's a virtualized workspace on the cloud, where you would, against certain set of licenses, be working on a certain user profile while you currently logged in as that user to go about writing any piece of code, writing classes, triggers, building Visual Force pages for the software that is already factored in for you. You don't have to worry about applying any upgrades, updates. All of these come through as pop-ups if you in case want to upgrade, update, or probably apply a certain patch. So Salesforce, they are in the event of doing three major releases every year. And I tell you, this is the most painful part of what I go through as well, because I've taken a lot of certification from Salesforce, and with every release, I have to sit through the maintenance exams. Well, that's a part and parcel. In order to retain my certification, it's a must. These certifications will definitely, bring in a lot of laurel and what lot of value added to your candidature in the market. You would definitely get a lot of hike as well. It's all the certifications are valued a lot. So talking about software as a service, you don't have to worry about anything. It all gets taken care of, whether it is SaaS, PaaS, or IaaS. It is all factored into the very virtualized org instance or the environment, which is the next step that I'm going to get started with. And I'm going to talk about the multi-tenancy and the shared environment and what all comes through when we go about setting up the environment, which is the next step, building up the developer org instance. So guys, that was pretty much it. What I had been aligned for the demo session today. I have that much. I've only this much for you guys as on for today's session. I would surely have more to come through while we deep dive into the Sales Cloud implementation to get started with, then move into the services, and then move into the development aspect as I shared the charter of the roadmap with you. So guys, if you have any questions, any concerns, do let me know. Let's have them be talked about.
Amit?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. I know a little
Yeah,
bit
who's
about
this?
Salesforce. This is Ganesh.
Ganesh. All right, fantastic,
Yeah.
Ganesh.
Yeah, I know a little bit about the introduction of this Salesforce, the CRM, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So, tentatively, when are you planning to start this? Like,
Sorry, come again.
I have only two issues to need to tell you. Like,
Yeah, please
you
go
are
ahead.
you are a little bit pretty fast. Point number one,
Okay.
and please be very specific when you explain one topic. That's what I need.
Yeah.
That's all. Nothing else.
Okay,
The rest
fantastic.
everything is fine. Okay.
I'm gonna definitely work on the first part, which is correcting the speed. I'm gonna slow down a bit,
And
and that's a good point.
one more
Yeah.
one more thing. Don't go when it is when it comes with the technology. Be with the technology. Please don't go out of the slang, regular slang, what we talk outside. Be very specific with the technology. That's what I want.
No, I don't get that. Could you rephrase the question?
What I'm saying is be very specific examples with the technology. That's what I mean.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. With any implementations that we do, I'm gonna bring up the live. Okay, I think you missed that part where I said that I'm gonna be following a methodology where I'm gonna be theoretically walking you through the concepts. Then
Mhm.
I'll have the use case and the implementation to be walked through, and I'll also, to add to it, I'll give you the homework to conclude it, so that
Okay.
every functional understanding goes hand on hand with the technical implementation. So there will be no
Okay.
room left for any gaps. Even if in the case that you have gaps, we will always schedule first 15 to 20 minutes to have the discussion be laid down every
Okay.
next session.
Okay. No problem.
And to top it all, we are having this session be recorded. And I would, at the end of every session, I would roll out the downloadable link to the recording so that you can archive it locally at your end and play it
Mhm.
any number of times whenever you want.
Okay. No problem. No issues.
Sounds good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Now, with regards to the speed, I'll definitely, work it
Amit,
out. Not a problem.
Amit, to be frank, your voice is really good, but be slow.
Oh,
A little slow. Your voice is
no
good.
problem.
No problem. No problem with your
No,
voice.
no problem. I'll
Be,
do that. I
Amit,
heard that, surely.
slow down, please.
No problem, mate.
Okay, yeah.
And anywhere you have any doubts, any concerns, you think that you need to raise them, please
Mhm.
air them. Until unless you tell me something which you think is not going good as per you, I would not be able to make out. I mean, let's not assume the things. That's really dangerous. So
Yeah.
when you assume to make ass of you and me.
Yeah, I understand. Okay.
All right, fantastic, good.
Okay.
Uh,
Wh-
anything
What
else?
are what are the timings like? Could you please be little bit early, like 9 o'clock or 8:30 in the evening?
I am more than happy to prepone the session by half an hour. In fact, that was what I suggested, but then it came from you guys that let's push it by half an hour. So I'm more than
No,
happy to prepone it by half an hour. If anybody
if
has
ever,
any concerns,
if
raise it.
everybody is happy with 9 o'clock EST, That will be really good because I believe the session will be about 1 hour or couple of hours, right? Depends
Yes.
upon the
I
topic.
mean, to get started with, we will do it every alternate day
Okay.
for the first week, and I'm going to keep it like 1 hour because I have a back-to-back session after this. My consultants have already started logging in, and I'm just trying to
Okay.
push them out. Uh,
Okay.
but going forward, I'm going to be increasing the frequency from 1 hour to 1.5 hours to 2 hours, and we will do it on every day of the week, and also with some extended hours over the weekend, depending upon the availability of all the stakeholders.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yeah. Good.
Okay, fantastic. So, Chirag, I have your details? Yes, I have your details. Ganesh, I have your details. And who else? Wait a second. Raj, I have. Saneet, I have. Fantastic. So, guys, if you have any concerns, anything, please roll out the email to me. And you could also, take down my email ID. Oops.
Okay.
And just a second, let me also give you the complete signature. That would be easy on everybody to also go and check on my credentials. It has the Think Vidya link as well. All right. So guys, it was a pleasure talking to you. Let me schedule a session which is day after tomorrow and hope to, hear out from you in the email if you have any concerns in joining it up or probably anything. So guys, is everyone okay if I schedule it from 6 a.m. IST onwards? I'm going to prepone it by 30 minutes. Is that okay and viable to all? If anybody has any concerns, please raise it.
6:30 p.m. or 6 p.m.
No. I'm saying 6 a.m. IST. It's my time,
Yeah.
India Standard Time.
Yeah. Okay. 6 a.m. means it is 8:30 p.m. here.
Right. That would be okay,
Yes.
or is it too
Yeah.
early?
I'm
So that's
fine
right.
with 8:30 p.m. Rest of the people. I'm talking about rest of them.
Okay.
I'm
So
good with
when,
it.
sorry.
I'm good with it as well.
Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Chalo, theek hai. I mean, guys, just let me know if you guys have any issues. Probably, we'll have this sorted out. 30 minutes here or there should not hurt anyone. But
Okay.
anyways, let's try to log in on time, and discipline is the key to success. So please, I would appreciate, it should go hand in hand. If you see me defaulter, give me a kick. So I would, take it positively. Thank you very much, guys, for joining up once again. You have a good one. Cheers.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Mail and